Welcome back, everyone, to the program. So much to talk about, and I have a panel in our Abuja studio. The presidential candidate of GDP and Grassroots Development Party of Nigeria, Mr. Davison Ahimen, Mr. Kasim Afegbua of the PDP, and Professor Ustiji Medana of the APC. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for coming on the program today. Let's tell you that INEC is giving a deadline for you to collect your permanent voter cards that is, if you have not collected it. The deadline is 8th of February 2018. If you cannot collect after then, that means you have to collect it after the election in March. But if you want to collect now, you can collect at your ward area. After the 21st of January, it will go to the local government areas. That's information coming from INEC. Let's get back to our Abuja studio now with some of the conversation that we're having tonight on the program on the issues, agitations against the procedure to vote in the election. Let me quickly go to the presidential candidate of the GDP and Mr. Davison Ahimen. Thank you so much, Mr. Ahimen, for coming on the program today. What is your party's reaction to INEC's guideline on how to vote? They gave a 7-step guideline. Some parties have resisted that guideline. They do not want simultaneous voting. Do you want it?
The position of my party is actually in the negative. We are not aligned with that practice of simultaneous voting. We do not support it, and we join other parties to condemn it.
Why?
Yeah, because it actually will not show a transparent process in the final analysis. And results gotten from simultaneous voting may not be reflective of the true situation of the voting process. And so we are not agreed to it.
This process has been tested in several elections after Bayelsa election in 2016. Why is it that some of the political parties are agitated over this issue just few weeks before the 2019 elections?
Actually, because the tests did not come out as one would have expected, 100% foolproof. And so just because of that, parties like ours are not comfortable with that practice of simultaneous voting.
Let me go to Mr. Kasim Afegbua. Your party is one. Some chieftains of your party have come out to say they do not want simultaneous voting. You were in Edo State where the election held. The simultaneous voting was tested where time is being was considered, and it's a lot of people have applauded the simultaneous voting. Why is it that now you are objecting it?
Well, Sheung, if 61 parties out of the existing 91 have stated categorically that they are not comfortable with simultaneous voting, I do not think INEC has the right to proceed, because INEC is actually existing because there are political parties contesting elections. It is the responsibility of INEC to listen, consult with them, and take a position on the procedure to adopt in voting process. When you talk about simultaneous voting, it is a process fraught with certain problems. First, if you are doing accreditation, after accreditation, you allow people who have been accredited to be counted. If 200 have been accredited, then when voting starts, the expectation is that you are going to have 200 voters in that particular polling unit. In the final analysis, if you now vote and you have void votes, it will still be within the region of 200. So in this process of simultaneous accreditation, there is room for manipulation, because somebody who comes and you accredit and you vote, in the final analysis, you may not know the exact figure of those who were accredited. So what is desirable for political parties to ensure that there's a credible process is for you to allow the accredited voters, say by 12 p.m. or 1 p.m. we'll stop accreditation. 300 have been accredited in this polling unit. It is time to vote. Queue up. It won't take 15, 20, 30 minutes before you finish the whole process. So this idea of INEC foisting guidelines on the neck of political party without adequate consultation has to be properly addressed.
Professor Medana, what is your political party stance on this one? Good or bad?
Cheun, let's go back to the incidences you mentioned here from 2016 to other elections that were held, and this same system was used. I've seen the 7 steps of voting, and unfortunately, people don't go to the laws. And if you look at section 76 of the Constitution and section 25 of Electoral Act, give INEC to determine the order of election, how the election should be conducted. A lot of things that we're doing in this country, people will close their eyes to those kind of issues. What they will do is just try to pick something. And I think this political party, I don't know about the GDPN, whether they participated in the 2016 gubernatorial election or the other elections that this system was tested. Sometimes we just create things out of nowhere. For instance, the issue of this CUPP, that the service chiefs should be sacked. You see, PDP, if I could remember vividly, Sunday Ehindaro, the president Obasanjo extended his tenure. The Mike Okiro, almost 1 year they extended his tenure. Let's go back to the Constitution, section 215, subsection 1A, and section 216 says the president shall appoint the IGP. I don't know whether that section has been abrogated or amended or altered. So many things will come down. This is what they have done, and now what they are trying to show the country. This IG, they have not mentioned any palpable and conspicuous compromise in the previous election held by this IGP from Anambra State getting to other states that elections were held.
All right, let's quickly. Let's get the final thoughts of other people on the program. But I want us to be able to do this quickly so that we can conclude the program. Just in a breath, if you can do this for me, the GDPN presidential candidate. One of the reasons or some of the issues raised by CUPP is that the security architecture should be reviewed and collapsed ahead of the election. Do you agree?
Well, in the interest of transparency of the process, because there's been a lot of accusations, albeit unfounded yet, of security personnel being, the likelihood of security personnel, state agents, being used to rig elections or to mar the electioneering process. So I think that the APC government can, in order to show transparency, in order to show commitment to national interest, can decide to say, okay, let us tinker with the security architecture in the interest of fair play and transparency.
All right.
They could do that.
Okay.
It's a possibility, yeah, and I think the Nigerian people will applaud them for it.
Let's close the program now. Mr. Afegbua and Professor Medana, just in 20 seconds each, please. Security architecture being reviewed ahead of the election, how plausible is that?
I didn't get your point.
The plausibility of reviewing the security architecture, how plausible is that if you can do that in about 10 seconds so that we can close?
Well, just to correct the prof here that APC preached change. So I wouldn't know why he's using examples from PDP as a basis to motivate the desire of the APC to extend tenures of IGP. IGP is retiring January 15. He should go. That is what the law says. Even the constitution he quoted said nobody is denied President Buhari the power to appoint IGP.
We're closing now. Professor Medana, your final words in 10 seconds, please. In 10 seconds, Professor Medana, your final thoughts. In 10 seconds. All right. I'm afraid that we lost them. All right. That's our show for today, everyone. Many thanks for watching. I'm Sean Kimbale. Bye-bye.